All right, administrators. This is probably going to be the biggest update since launch, since it hasn't launched, but since maybe a month ago. But we do know for sure what we're getting because they released it this morning. 2 new 6 stars, major factory expansion, huge combat, QoL, quality of life. And we have a cryo meta potential. We got a full story return to Kingbo. And yes, Tangtang is going to finally be playable. So let's break this down. First off, the devs confirmed something really important. The global player numbers and engagement exceeded expectations, and that's a very good sign for long-term support for this game. But what I like even more is they straight up said they've been reading player feedback constantly, which I know that a lot of devs say that, but they don't usually take it. But this patch, they said, is heavily focused on reducing friction and improving ergonomics. So translation, that's going to be less stressful and smoother system, smoother gameplay. Is what I'm thinking. So one change, they had different areas. So one area they wanted to talk about was progression and pool economy changes. So early progression players will now get 10 certified recruitment permits after Chapter 1. And that's big for new accounts. And also all of us who've already gone past Chapter 1, we're just going to get that 10 in the mail as soon as this drops. So you're not missing out on anything, so don't be upset. And they're also adding more ways to earn basic permits, compensating GIA quotas retroactively, and adding one-click token conversions for excess operator copies. So basically, that's a massive QoL. The update is it seems like they're trying to reduce system fatigue, especially for mid-game players. So I think that's going to help out a lot. And they also had an area of combat improvements. So combat got some love. Enemy red warning flashes are more visible now, which helps in those chaotic fights. I don't know if you played the recent update where they had the 2 Angaloid out there. They're like bulls rushing at you. But if you get one behind you, if you're fighting one of the other ones behind you, you could not see the red flash that it was charging you. It was very hard to see anyway. But also in certain dungeon modes, all operators now enter with full health points and full ultimate energy. So that changes the challenge dramatically, and it's going to make it a lot easier. And your team's dungeon status won't mess with overall status anymore. So that's a subtle but important optimization, I think. So whenever you get killed in the dungeon, you won't have to come out and go and heal your team. All right, but they also gave a little bit about Tangtang, who I've been waiting for. So let's talk about this. The star of the patch, basically, because Tangtang is the star of the patch. Everybody's hyped for her. What I did not think, but she's cryo. She's an AoE magician is what they're calling her, and a crowd control specialist. She creates whirlpools and water spouts that apply cryo, deal continuous damage, but they restore skill points depending on the setup. But here's the highlight. Her ultimate, they said she lifts her eye patch and unleashes an ancient gaze, I think is what they called it. And when she does this, it immobilizes enemies. They said it works on bosses also. And that's going to be something I want to see, because a lot of the tools that they have, they still do the damage, but they don't actually work on the bosses as far as the immobilization. But let's see, deals continuous cryo damage, ends in a tidal wave burst. So that's going to be just the visuals are going to be insane on the battlefield, and the control that she's going to give. Yeah, she's going to be a must pull. I wasn't expecting her to be cryo though. And the fact that she cycles her own whirlpool water spout system, she's basically self-sufficient. So this feels like the foundation of a true cryo team. So yeah, she's probably going to change the meta, but we'll see. If cryo becomes the meta, then Tangtang very well could be mandatory. But we'll see. All right, but now back to Rossi. Her breakdown. Now this is interesting. She's a physical guard that converts arts debuffs into vulnerability stacks. So she scales off synergy. She deals physical damage, thermal damage, has crit-based talent triggers, restores health points on certain procs. Her combo timing mechanic looks skill expressive, And her ultimate is fast multi-hitting thermal burst. She seems less flashy than Tangtang, but potentially more flexible in physical compositions and physical teams. If you like precision combo timing, you know, Rossi may feel incredible. But she's physical damage. She does thermal damage though, because I was wanting her to be like a combustion. Because I wanted to play her with levitating, but I don't know if that's going to work so well now. But we will see. Alright, so factory expansion. So everyone who loves factory, this is for you. The factory is okay though, it's okay. We're getting hydraulic mining platforms, no electricity required. Water treatment facilities, long distance pipeline infrastructure, and that distance pipeline infrastructure is big. Cuprium, one production chain, increased forge placement limit. Yeah, because I reached my limit trying just recently. And this is basically a vertical expansion of the industrial gameplay loop. So also remote resource collection is at higher levels finally. Alright, so now story and a new region. So we're returning to Kingbo Palanquin. A water wheel sectors, multi-layer vertical traversal, hydraulic systems, new enemies with disruption mechanics, and a rage state boss that just can be brute force, or he can't be brute forced. You'll have to use environmental Zeronite mechanics to weaken it. I mean, that's encouraging. That means mechanics and stats. So this is going to be something we need to look at. All right, banners and pool thoughts. So let's go through this. All right. So we got two banners. We got Tangtang and Rossi. If I had to react purely from a meta perspective right now, Tangtang looks like the higher impact pool, which you probably know that I already feel that way. But Rossi, I think she can age extremely well depending on like how the physical composition scaling goes. You know, we need testing. We need to see how much damage she can do and how to actually play her. From their description, I'm not really too sure about Rossi and how she's going to do. Because I was just thinking she was going to be heat and fit with levitating. I guess that was just me thinking, but all right. So they gave us a little bit of a future tease. The devs teased something like bigger could be coming, like 2 new maps, a new fluid system, and some type of attacking the Zeronite Dam. I'm not sure. Like one of the groups or the groups in the game that we're fighting against, and a major Wuling crisis. So, I mean, Endfield isn't slowing down. It's still moving forward. And they're putting a lot of interesting things out here for us. Things to deal with to kind of keep us on our toes, so to speak, and keep the game interesting. So, I mean, overall, the update feels like it was really player feedback driven, you know. The system polish, they had system polishing that was focused on that. And I think now they're trying to shift the meta, because with 2 new cryo coming out, I think that's kind of shifting a little bit towards cryo being the new meta. So we kind of look at that and see like what we're dealing with down the road to see if that really is the shift. I mean, if this pacing continues, I mean, Enfield's long-term outlook looks very strong. So let me know in the comments. Are you pulling Tangtang or Rossi or saving? What do you think about the updates and what's coming and what they're bringing to the table and all the QoL changes? All right. Hey, thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next grind.